semuanya. Oke, udah masuk beberapa. Mungkin em, supaya lebih cepet aja kita langsung aja kali ya Kak Tommy ya. Nanti kalau misalnya ada yang join menyusul atau gimana nih enaknya?
Sure, nggak apa-apa. Kita sambil mulai aja.
Iya,
Nanti di akhir
oke.
maybe we can talk about the recap. Okay,
Ya siap.
thank you so much, team. Hi everyone, I'm Tommy. Tommy here. Nice to meet you. Thank you sudah menyempatkan waktunya ya untuk hadir dan mau mendengarkan saya membahas sedikit tentang PR Essentials for early stage startups. Without further ado, kita mulai aja ya. Bisa next. First introduction, tak kenal maka tak sayang. Let's talk a little bit about my background ya. Mungkin some of you may be wondering, who am I? Gitu. Siapa sih Tommy ini? Why he talking about PR for startups? To start off, my name is Tommy. I manage content coalition. That's PR and content marketing agency. It's a part of Situ Media. My team and I specializes in assisting companies, mostly tech companies, in reputation management, via two things that I mentioned above: public relations and content marketing. Over the past few years, 6, 7 years, we have collaborated with more than 250 tech companies, startups, and also several venture capital firms in Indonesia, Southeast Asia, and beyond. Today, based on my experience and the things I learned over these past few years, I like to offer some insights ya buat teman-teman di sini about public relations strategies, especially for early stage startups. Okay, next. Pertama-tama, show of hands, mungkin teman-teman yang hadir di sini hari ini, apakah ada yang kerja di startup? Anyone work at startup right now, especially early stage? Maybe bisa chat di komen ya atau raise hand. Kalau belum nggak apa-apa juga sih. Oke, oh ada nih, ada Kak Disha ya in tech. Oke, awesome. Next questions coba. Anyone here a startup founder or trying to be? Dia lagi proses merintis perusahaan sendiri, making it on their own. No, belum. Oke, nggak apa-apa juga. Lastly, aku ada satu pertanyaan lagi. Anyone here work at the marketing or PR department, baik itu di perusahaan startup maupun yang enterprise? Anyone? Oh, oke. Kadisa juga. Maybe ada berapa ya, cuman lagi malu-malu. That's okay. Kalau di sini ada yang founder, ada yang kerja di startup, ada yang fokus di marketing atau PR, maybe you can learn something from today. I hope so. Okay, next. Because today's topic is we're going to cover several fundamentals of PR for early stage startup. We'll talk about the common challenges. We'll talk about how to set objective. We'll talk about also determining the essential channels. Jadi channel-channel apa sih yang perlu gitu ya untuk early stage startup atau yang sedang merintis. We'll also discuss about choosing topics and how to present them in sequence. We'll talk about how to create content and then publish them. And then what to do after. And then what are some of the pitfalls you should avoid and some of the things you should pay attention to moving forward. Okay, next. Let's start off by talking about common challenges and goal settings. I will not define PR. I will not talk about too much of the background. Back terlalu jauh. Yeah. I will first start off by talking about common challenges. Kenapa? Karena it's better to learn from mistakes and challenges than learn about the solutions than the other way around. That's what I believe in. Okay, next slide. Okay, here are some of the common challenges that I have noticed over the past few years when working with startups and companies when discussing PR with them. First, when it comes to PR, some people tend to be over eager. Ya, jadi nggak sabaran punya banyak stories. They want to publish immediately. They want to publish like 5 press releases per month. They want it to have. They want to have like coverages about them every week. I think it's good to have that kind of ambitions, yeah. But if you're too over eager, the not just the public but also the media will have fatigue. It will lead to poorly planned campaign distributions. It'll be hard to keep track, and then the key message will just like overlap and overshadow each other. The second is lack of confidence. This is the other spectrum. Yeah, some, especially early stage founders, they tend to feel like they don't really have stories yet. It's true that they have started their companies very recently, but when you are founding a company, when you are confident in your business model, and when everything is positive, yeah, no negative news, yeah, there's always a story. There can be personal story, there can be story of how you want to solve the market problems. There can be stories of how you meet your co-founders. A lot of things can be mapped and packaged as a story. To say that there's no noteworthy story or particularly great stories is just a problem of lack of confidence. Yeah, that brings us to the next challenges. Overly ambitious targets. Yeah, it's great that you want to be go all out when it comes to PR ya. Tapi kalau misalnya ada mentalitas TechCrunch or nothing, maunya cuma di Kompas, maunya cuma di TechCrunch, maunya cuma di TV kayak gitu ya, you won't really get anywhere. Yeah. To begin with PR, to communicate about your company is to be ever present. Yeah. So any channel is a good channel as long as you can get the message across. So don't be too ambitious. Yang akhirnya akan hinder your own PR objective. Number 4, absence of a coherent strategy. Yeah. Sometimes when people don't really know about PR, they just want to copy and replicate what other tech companies are doing. I want to be like Google. I want to be like Goto. I want to be like Shopee, Garena, C, Lazada. But sometimes their business model don't align. They're not the competitors, and they mix between B2C and B2B strategies. You can use B2B strategies for B2B company, but you cannot use it for B2C. Oftentimes that doesn't work. B2B are more focused on who are your target audiences, what kind of data that you wanna tell. You wanna tell it to your partners, you wanna tell it to your investors, you wanna tell it to your potential clients. B2C is more like public. You wanna share more about the stories and the qualitative data instead of quantitative. So it's a bit of mix and match, yeah, but you cannot like overlap both strategies. Number 5, reliance on a single channel. It's very good that you want to focus, but most of the time when it comes to PR, people only want to focus on one because of no time, no resources, no budget. But I think if you have the resources, yeah, even it's quite limited, you need to spread it out between channels so that you got a head start and you have a foundation on each channel and not putting all your eggs in one basket. And last but not least, this is the most common one, budget constraint. Early stage startups often thinks marketing, often thinks PR as the some of the tertiary or more luxury affordance. Yeah. Jadi they don't really think about it until they need it. Mungkin the investors or the partners are doing something that advise them, oh, mereka baru kepikiran PR. But to me, if you're early stage, that's the best time to start doing your PR content. Yeah, little by little, you don't have to target like TechCrunch or Compass or go to the TV immediately. But little by little, building a foundation, kayak menabung sih. Yeah, saving a little bit lah ya. On PR can get you in the long run
Can
instead of
agent akuisisi sama SPH.
can we mute? Yeah, let's mute the participant. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so those are the main challenges ya. Tapi nggak apa-apa, kayak maybe you see this 6 points and you feel like, oh, this is me, especially number 6. But no worries, I'm here to let you know that there are still some ways, there are still some guidelines to help you go through the early stage PR. So what are those? Next. Pertama, set your communication goals first. Yeah, every campaign, marketing campaign, content marketing, social media, digital marketing, start with goal setting. Tapi how do you set a PR goal in early stages, especially? This might not apply for let's say Series A, Series B, Series C, or even unicorn. But for early stages, it's always a good idea that you plan around your company agenda. Pasti ada dong, kayak in the 6 month, you want to fundraise, you want to boost new feature, you want to launch new product, you want to merge, or you want to welcome new partner or C-levels. Nah, all those corporate agenda or company agenda are good story mind. Ya, jadi itu tambang cerita yang sangat bagus sekali. Ya, if you want to do PR, you start from there, you map out kayak, oh, kira-kira fundraising itu saya mau target by the end of 2024. Okay, now you have a goal. Now you only have to figure out what do you want to do for the next 12 months so that when the time comes, it will be smooth sailing. Yeah, for example, first introduce your company and then showcase your happy client, showcase your metrics, showcase your data, month by month, quarter by quarter, until you can convince your investors by the end of the year 2024, you already have a lot of stories that can attract them. So it depends on what's your company agenda and company goal. Ya, mulai dari sana dulu aja. I don't have really many tips except starting from here. So ask yourself these questions. What's the deadline? What's the next event? What's the next big thing? Okay, next. Okay, now we'll talk about essential channels. Ya, tadi kita udah talk about challenges and objective. Now we talk about essential channels. So these are 4 must-have for early stage startup. 4 channels. What are those? Next. Pertama, media engagement. Kedua, LinkedIn, and then blog or newsroom, and 4 newsletter. You don't really have to have, depending on your business, but you don't really have to have Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or any other things. Start from these 4 first. And why did I bold the media engagement is because this is the one that we're gonna talk about. Yeah, the rest will follow a little bit after I talk about media engagement. But for early stage startup, just optimize these 4 things first before you go around and appear in other channels. Yeah, these 4, if you can synchronize all of the key messages, all of the content in these 4 platform, in form of media, LinkedIn, newsroom, and newsletter, you can keep your momentum going. And then when you try to plan your YouTube content, your Instagram content, your TikTok content, and many other community channels, it will be better and more effective. Okay, next. Number 3. Okay, now we talk about choosing and planning topics. Next. In PR, when you already know where to begin, you already have a goal, you already have a channel that you want to focus on. The next step is planning your story journey. Yeah, this is not your PR journey or your company journey, tapi your story that you want to get out. Let's say you have a product that you want to launch by the end of December lah. Kita ambil timeline lumayan dekat ya. By the end of December, you have this product, this awesome new product that you want to launch, but it's not that time yet. So you want to build a story. What you want to do is you want to build a story leading up to that. So when it's launched, people will not be shocked. People will be amazed. And people will be more attentive and engaging when the news comes out. So how do you plan this story? With story journey. Yeah, you have to be concise and consistent. And it's involving more than just sending press releases to journalists. What you want is you build a timeline first. Yeah. What do you want to do between now and December later? What are some of the key messages that you want to get out? What are some of the problems that you want to solve with this product? These are all very important components to be communicated between now and the product launch later. Next. Here's what a typical timeline would look like. Yeah, I call it the cycle. For example, you have like 3 months of preparations until the product launch. The first month, you check, have you already introduced your company properly in the media? If not, you can probably do a company intro piece. A press release, talk about what's your company good at, what are you trying to solve, what's your missions, what are the founders. And then you can also create a problem discussion press release. Say you as a founder or C-levels or VPs have noticed a certain phenomenon in your market, in your target market, in your target audience that hasn't been solved or doesn't have proper effective solutions. You talk about why did that happen? How can we potentially solve that? And some of the potential innovations in the future that might be able to solve it. So this is like a foundation, that will eventually lead to your product solutions. So you lay out first, show people that you understand the problem. Number two, in the second month, we begin the promotion phase. Here, the founders, the C-levels can talk about your companies and dive into the problem deeper with the media, one-on-one. Because in press release, you cannot really elaborate on a lot of matters. But with interviews, there are potentially chance for you to dive into data deeper, case study deeper. Here's where you talk about the problem even further. You can also give a teaser, but this is all optional. And then month 3, for example, December is here. We are preparing to launch. Here, you go all out. What have you built in the past 2 months? This is the moment. This is it. Yeah, you can do media events, conferences. You invite media to come, try out your product, or you can just do a full-scale press release blast. Do a comprehensive release, talk about the problems again, but now you have the solutions. Now you have the product. The product is ready to go. You can talk a little bit about the promotions and what are some of the benefits of the product. Yeah, maybe in the month 1 or month 2, you talk about the release and just send it to 5 to 7 media. This you might want to go for more, like for example 10, 15, 20, 25. Maximize all channels. But we do not just stop there. Yeah, we also have the post cycle phase or period. So beginning from month 4 until the next year, you showcase your product again. You showcase the improvement. You showcase how happy your customers are. You tell people about what have you learned after you launched it. You tell people some of the case study or use cases that people can use about your product. So you keep promoting it, but this time use data because people already know about it. This time use data, use case studies, and lay foundation for the next news. So the cycle begins again until you want to attend event, until you want to fundraise, until you want to launch your next product. Jadi kira-kira begitu ya. Next. Nah, ini aku mau kasih contoh. Here's some example. This is what I did for Zenius. Zenius was my client. They were launching Zencore. Zencore is one of the features in their applications. So you see, these are 3 coverages from 3 different media. You can Google the title and find out which media. We talk about the problem statement first on the top left. Ada bahasa Inggris yang sering bikin warganet bingung. The problem is that people are driven to memorize things, but sometimes, or even though they do great academically, they seem smart, they don't really know the underlying concept of math, languages, and some sciences. So we talk about the problem first, and then we do a teaser launch. So the Zencore is a feature for at Zenius to help people understand the underlying mechanism and the basic concept of math, languages, and many sciences around us. So they promote it by putting it on baliho, putting it on nasi bungkus. Here's the time that you do teaser. Jadi ada orang yang ketemu kayak teka-teki, riddles in nasi bungkus, in the baliho. We do a press release about that, but anonymously, of course. And after that, you can see the timeline. After a few weeks, finally we do a refill. So all this time when we talk about the challenges when it comes to English and math, when we talk about the promotions, when we talk about the baliho, is because of Zenius. And here we talk about why, and we talk about why Zencore, and we talk about why it matters and why should you use it. So these are the sequence kira-kira in real life, contohnya kayak gitu. Next. Okay, creating and publishing. Now you already know what you want to create. Now you already have your timeline. Let's talk about it. Next. Crafting your content. Depending on your budget, several options exist at this stage. One is to hire a public relations specialist. Maybe you can talk to me or my friends at Content Coalition. We can help you. We can help you create the content. We can even help you plan. At a minimum, you maybe want to hire a freelance writer. Yeah, whatever you do, I advise you to select someone with a background not only in journalism ya. Jadi jangan hanya jago nulis aja, but if you're a startup, they also have to be good or experienced in technology. Ya, itu penting banget because sometimes tech people don't really know how to write and people who are great at journalism doesn't really cannot really cannot always know how to convey what the developers or the engineers want to convey gitu in a marketing way gitu yang cocok dengan audience-nya. So you need to find someone who can be the best of both worlds or at least combine those. Alternatively, you can also write it yourself if you have a journalism experience, but most of the time, yeah, founders don't really have that experience. This is where you can learn more. One of the ways that I find useful is go to VRITIMES punya YouTube. There are a lot of like webinars and insights, yeah, from experts across the industry on how to create a press release like properly and how to leverage them when it comes to media. So they already talk about it a lot. I won't really dive too much into it. You can check out the YouTube later. What I want to tell you more about is publishing your content because this is a more crucial step. Next. Okay, this is the first part of publishing your release. Now that the release is done ya, katakanlah udah kelar rilisnya, you have learned it, you have written the draft and the outline. You need to share it to the media. How to do it? People often confuse. Yeah, first you determine your goals for these publications. How many coverages you want to get? Jadi untuk product launch, let's say you want 10, 15. Okay, you got that covered. From which media? Now you have to really ask, do I want Kompas? Do I want Liputan 6? Do I want Business? Do I want Antara? Do I want Tech in Asia? So here's here you can list like 10 of your priority, and then what are the backups? If you have these two metrics ready, yeah, then you can immediately get going. Yeah, the next course of actions will be start contacting journalists. Yeah, you can use networking database. You can leverage your own network, or you can like immediately just go straight to the journalists on LinkedIn. You can pitch one by one, but this is very time consuming, although it can be cost efficient. Yeah. After that, after you pitch, you can do regular follow up, but try to manage your expectations because journalists are busy. They have their own goal. They have a lot of stuff they want to talk and publish. They don't owe you anything. So when they miss your emails or cannot help you publish your release first, yeah, you cannot be mad lah. Yeah. You have to find out why, and then maybe after that you can refund your releases, and maybe next time you can pitch it to them again. Because when it comes to media engagement, it's a two-way street. Yeah, you want them to publish your articles, but you also have to build a relationship with them. Yeah, they do not owe you anything, so they have the right to reject you, even they have the right to not give you any feedbacks. It's up to you on how to build a relationship so that in the future they will likely to help you more or at least give you feedback on your press release. Next. Okay. However, yeah, sometimes I find that there are a lot of early stage startup like the sufficient database. They don't really know where to get it. See, they don't really know any journalist. They know Kompas is good. They know Tech in Asia is good. They know like Liputan 6, Antara is amazing gitu. But they don't really know how to contact them, how to contact the right journalist. In this case, you have two main options. First, you can collaborate with a distribution agency. Yeah, PR agency, distribution agency. Yeah, this people usually have the expertise and already established a relationship with journalists. Yeah, so you can take advantage of their network. Ya, ketika publish release. Kekurangannya adalah the disadvantage is sometimes you cannot really build relationship with the journalist because you are going through a middleman, yeah, a third party. Yeah, so pick and choose. You want it to cover or you want to build a relationship with journalists from scratch. Second, you can use tools. Bypass the middleman, subscribe to platform like VRITIMES. Yeah, they can facilitate the creation of the release. Yeah, they already have the template, and they can help you plan because you can now schedule the release. whenever you want. Yeah, you create the release, you set it on blast, you want to embargo, you can do it on free times. And they also help you connect with a variety of media outlets. To be honest, I also use free times, yeah. Like recently, and yeah, the coverages is quite amazing. So for early stage startup, I recommend you to try the paid version, of course, with unlimited credit, 1 million a month is no brainer. It's very worth it. Yeah, exploring these options can make a significant difference, particularly when time is of the essence. Jadi tergantung. If you are taking your time, feel free to approach journalists on your own. But if it's time sensitive, yeah, you need to get your story out as soon as possible. Then use one of these two options. Next. Okay, now that your release is published, what's next? What's next for you? What's next for the audience? Do not stop here, keep going. Next. Remember, a press coverage reaches its full potential only when it's amplified. So don't just be happy when it's published in the media. Like, of course, there can be more, because that's where the other channels that I mentioned, like LinkedIn, blog posts, and newsletter comes in. Yeah, kalau dibiarin gitu aja, if you just let it be, it will just stay there. If you don't amplify it, if you don't tell the word that you have published in Kompas or Tech in Asia. For instance, you can post the news on LinkedIn. Like for example, East Ventures, our investor gitu ya, wanted to congratulate a startup called Intellect in their Series C funds. Yeah, they already sent out the press release, and Business Times in Singapore covered it. They don't just let it sit on the businesstime.com.sg, but they also publish it on their LinkedIn and also their newsletter. You can also find it on their newsroom in their website. So after you get these valuable coverages from media, make it ever present. Make it appear everywhere. Yeah. Because when you post it on your newsletter, when you post it on your LinkedIn, when you post it on your blog post, you have the chance to elaborate on things that might not be covered in the press release or even in the published coverages. You can talk about the story of how you got the fundraising. You can talk about the emotional side of the struggles of the fundraising, for example. Yeah, there are a lot of stuff that might be better to publish on LinkedIn with the help of these coverages. Yeah. And for newsletter, I think this goes without saying. Yeah, anything that's very interesting, and not just published coverages, but also LinkedIn, you can also put it on your newsletter and blast it like every 2 weeks or every month. Having people, yeah, not just your clients, but also like the tech community in general, journalists, yeah, know more about you from time to time. Yeah, having these updates will be very crucial in building a relationship with anyone in the long run. Okay, next. Last but not least, I want to share a bit about the do's, the don'ts, and what to do moving forward for you guys to remember. Next. So here I have 7 more tips, yeah, for you guys to pay attention to and to keep in mind in the long run. Yeah. Number 1, there's invariably a narrative to craft, even if it may not be immediately obvious. Yeah. Jadi there's always a story within you. There's always a story within your company. So it's your job to uncover that and package that for everyone to see. Yeah. If your company is like going down, or like if you haven't even formed it yet, if it's just an idea, maybe there's no story there. But if the idea is already formulated, as long as you have a good business model, I think there's always a story and a narrative to craft, whatever that is. You might not realize it now, but if you talk to people, if you go on the media and read a lot about similar things, you may find a story within you or within your company. Number 2, consistency outweigh grandiosity. Yeah, especially in early stages. Don't save money and then go all out like once every 6 months. It's better to like spend a little bit, like 3 coverages per month, and build consistent publications and presence, yeah, over the years, rather than go all out by the end of the year or in the middle of the year. Yeah, smaller initiatives often prove more effective than like extra vegan all out efforts. Number 3, strike a balance between aggressive and subtle messaging is key. In press release, people often say you need to be like super soft selling. I don't find it necessarily true. I find that you have to be, you have to find the balance lah. Sometimes it's good to be hard selling, to introduce your company and not be too humble. But but at other times, it also pays to not be too aggressive in promotion. So you need to find the balance and don't just try to be humble or too soft selling. Yeah. Number 4, if you have a venture capital backing, yeah, if you have VC invested, you might want to consult with them because sometimes they're also they can provide you with like valuable insight because they also have their PR team. You already introduced your company properly in the media. I'm sorry, ini ada yang ngomong ya? Ada pertanyaan kah?
Tadi lupa ke unmute kayaknya.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. So aku lanjut dulu ya. Maybe if anyone has questions, we can talk about it after this. Oh, almost done. Number 4, talk to people lah intinya. Maybe you have VC backing, you know other founders, maybe you know journalists. Yeah, talk to them as often as possible. Get insight on how to craft your messages. Yeah, not talking to these people regularly is a mistake. That's what I think. Number 5, it's important to utilize multiple channels for communications, but sometimes you have to focus on the most impactful one. So out of those 4, you keep circulating, you keep synchronizing all the messages, but sometimes it'll be obvious when should you focus on LinkedIn, when should you focus on media engagement, and when you should focus on newsletter. After 3 months, after a few quarters, it'll be obvious, and then you can double down on that. Not to disregard other channels, yeah, tapi focus on all, but really hone in on the most impactful ones, depending on the business model. Number 6, exercise due diligence in selecting your team, be it freelance hire, in-house hire, or working with any agencies. Yeah, make sure they possess expertise in tech, especially if you're a founder. Not just in tech in general, if they can focus on, like, for example, agri-tech, edu-tech, or any tech sector that you are diving in, it'll be better. And number 7, don't be afraid to talk to friends at Content Collision and Free Times. Yeah, when you have VR related questions, we're always happy to help. Yeah, these are the 7 things that I think everyone here should remember. Next. And this is my contact. Yeah, you can scan it. You can save the number. You can talk to me anytime if you have any questions. I think that's all from me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, I'll be happy to answer, guys. Thank you so much for the time.
Wow, so compact ya, Kak Tommy. Thank you so much, banyak banget insight. Tapi sebelumnya tadi aku mau nanya sesuatu sih, tapi ada pertanyaan nih dari peserta, dari Kak Natasha. Aku bacain ya, nggak bisa open mic katanya. Hi,
Okay.
I'm Natasha, sorry nggak bisa open mic. Kalau brand luxury yang biasanya bikin press release seperti apa sih yang oke gitu ya? Dan bagaimana cara pilih jurnalis yang tepat berdasarkan pengalamannya Kak Tommy?
Okay, this is very interesting. I usually delve in tech ya. Jadi kebanyakan pengalamanku tuh di bidang tech. Tapi ya ada pernah di Content Collision itu handle tech yang agak mengarah ya, agak nyenggol ke brand-brand luxury ataupun aset-aset yang mahal. When it comes to luxurious brand, I think tergantung levelnya. Karena aku tahu ada yang nggak mau PR sama sekali. Dia tergantung di level apa. Dia ada yang benar-benar maunya word of mouth, terutama yang dari brand-brand Eropa yang nggak terlalu banyak orang tahu. Tapi ada juga yang mungkin press release tapi very very scarce, very very kayak limited. Dia tergantung tuh di level mana. Tapi kalau brand luxury pada umumnya, aku rasa kembali ke objektifnya sih. What kind of message you wanna convey? Kayak apakah itu yang berkaitan sama target audience-nya? Kalau misalnya target audience-nya itu pembeli, ya mungkin you wanna go to high end magazine. And you wanna sponsor events and talk about that on your channels. Tapi kalau misalnya effortnya itu lebih ke bukan untuk customer segmen pembeli ya, tapi untuk ke publik. Contohnya you wanna talk about your ESG efforts, contohnya your sustainability. Dulu mungkin brand luxury ini kurang apa ya, kurang sustainable prakteknya, tapi sekarang materialnya, dari prakteknya, dari marketingnya segala macam itu udah memenuhi standar ESG dan bahkan udah negatif carbon offsetnya, katakanlah begitu. Nah, it's good to target any media, any national media. Jadi sebar seluas-luas ke seluas mungkin sih menurut aku sih. Jadi to national media, you don't really have to pick and choose, just get it out there. So it really depends on your objective and what kind of messages you wanna convey sih.
Oke, jadi based on ya objektifnya juga ya, tergantung
Iya.
objektifnya tuh mau kemana gitu ya.
Mm-mm.
Tapi menarik sih kalau brand luxury kan karena segmentasi marketnya juga terbatas ya.
Iya.
Jadi memang benar sih. Tapi
Iya, I
gimana
agree.
kalau kalau menurut Kak Tommy misalnya nih, aku coba relatein ya,
Iya,
kan ya coba nggak apa-apa ya.
gak
Eh,
apa-apa.
karena segmentasinya brand luxury itu kan memang terbatas ya. Gimana kalau tanggapannya Kak Tommy kalau misalnya dia ternyata di pick up sama media yang bukan yang mungkin tier bawah tier 3 gitu. Apa yang harus dilakukan sama PR-nya?
Um, aku rasa ya, when it comes to people picking up, I don't think kayak it's a bad thing sih. Jadi kita nggak perlu ngapa-ngapain. Justru kalau misalnya sesuatu yang mau kita lakukan secara proaktif, itu bukan kirim press release actually, tapi mungkin kirim brief,
Hmm.
bikin media brief gitu ya untuk for certain events, atau langsung atur jadwal interview untuk dekat sama media. Jadi dua media gathering. Jadi kalau press release itu benar-benar kalau dibutuhkan aja. Jadi nggak bisa nih kita convey message in a limited setting ya.
Hmm.
So we have to blast it, then we use press release and media distribution channel. Tapi kalau enggak, I think for brand luxury lebih tepatnya itu langsung you talk to the journalist, you say I have this great thing, I have this VP yang very experienced, we want to talk about the industry, we want to talk about the sustainability, we want to talk about apa ya, market punya trend when it comes to diamond, when it comes to bag, when it comes to shoes and everything.
Oke.
Yeah, then you said it and you talk about your story there. Nah, aku lebih tepat approach-nya begitu sih.
Oke, intinya pokoknya ya selama punya possibility untuk nyebar ke media yang lebih luas, why not juga ya?
Mm-mm.
Jadi silakan kontak situ dan Free Times.
Iya.
Oke, ada pertanyaan lagi dari Kak Disha. Hello, aku Disha. Maaf, nggak bisa open mic too. How to manage the budget so nggak over atau under gitu untuk PR di startup. Tadi Kak Disha tuh yang startup tech ya, kalau nggak salah. Iya.
Iya. Untuk startup ya, early stage sebenarnya agak tricky sih pertanyaan ini sih. Karena aku bukan apa ya, aku bukan di finance ya, dan aku agak jarang ngobrol sama CFO. Tapi sebenarnya ya, of course you don't wanna get over, and you wanna keep it under, kalau bisa tuh under gitu. Karena agak susah kalau misalnya pas-pasan.
Hmm.
Lebih ke ini sih, lebih ke pertimbangkan aja menurut aku ya. Tadi udah ada timelinenya nih. You have the timeline. You wanna launch atau you wanna fundraise gitu. Tapi you only have a certain budget. Let's say mungkin kayak 20 to 50 million that you can spend in this span of 6 months. Nah, sekarang I think you just have to plan out the story. Di bulan pertama mau apa, kedua, tiga, empat, lima itu mau apa, and then you weight the percentages of importance. Jadi mungkin ini yang paling penting, tapi mungkin pentingnya itu sekitar 10%, 15%. Nah, mungkin yang paling penting itu by the end of the 6 month ya, atau di tengah tahun gitu, when you want to do a grand launching, or you want to do a signing with your VC or your partner gitu ya. Nah, that's when you want to go big. Jadi mungkin budgetnya bisa setengahnya di situ. So you go slow and go a little bit. Because there's always chance. There's always story. Jadi kalau di awal go under itu nggak apa-apa sih menurut aku sih. Jadi try a little bit first. Try 3 coverages, 5 coverages first. Jadi jangan terlalu banyak di awal. There's always chance to distribute press release after in the future gitu. Tapi kalau misalnya budget itu terlalu cepat habis di awal, ya bakal pusing nantinya. Jadi nggak apa hemat-hemat dulu di awal aja. That's my opinion sih Kak Disha ya. Jadi mungkin bisa ngobrol sama tim finance-nya. Uh, jadi kita mapping dari bulan pertama sampai ke 6 itu mungkin grafiknya kayak gini ya. Kayak this bridge lah. Jadi yang ini paling dikit, terus makin makin banyak. Jadi kayak gitu sih menurut aku sih.
Oke, nah bisa coba nih Kak Disha, bisa coba Free Times ya.
Hmm.
Sekali lagi kita ngiklan nggak apa-apa ya.
Iya, nggak
Kebetulan
apa-apa.
em, ya, jadi kalau misalnya butuh bantuan, tadi Kak Tommy juga udah mention ya, bisa hubungin situ atau Free Times. Sebenarnya di Free Times itu kita juga bisa ngedistribusiin press release-nya Kak Disha gitu, misalnya ke beberapa jurnalis dan it's quite affordable. Mungkin sekitar 300.000 untuk satu press release. I don't know, what do you think? Is it cheap, Kak Tommy, for...
Eh, menurut aku Menurut aku yang 300.000 itu biasa aja. Aku lebih merasa worth it itu yang 1 juta sih. 1 juta
Yang
untuk
unlimited
unlimited.
gitu ya?
Iya, karena I think kenapa situ dan free times itu bisa cocok ya untuk startup ya. Because di content creation you only pay per KPI. Jadi kalau misalnya nggak ada coverages, you don't have to pay anything. Jadi benar-benar lihat KPI yang tercapai apa enggak. Sedangkan at the other side of the coin, dari free times you only have to pay a flat fee.
Hmm.
Jadi you don't really have to kayak apa ya? Oh mau uh, media lebih, mau apa ya? Mau coverage lebih, mungkin aku harus bayar lebih banyak. Enggak, you only have to pay a flat fee buat dapat unlimited. Jadi tinggal tinggal dicoba aja.
Oke.
Jadi ini lumayan affordable. Ini kayaknya ada apa ya? Ada
Lagi.
follow up lagi ya. How to
Ya.
make the right content press release or evaluate it from your past press release so it'll be better. That's a very good question, Kadisha. Cuman I didn't really apa ya cover it karena udah banyak di cover sama expert free time sebelumnya. But here mungkin content press release yang menurut aku essential itu ya for startups itu ada beberapa elemen sih. First you have to have a good background on your company. Jadi talk about kayak what's the name, industri apa, kemudian solusinya apa. Jadi 3 itu dulu di paragraf pertama. Then you dive into your first key message of the or the news ya. Baru talk about kayak oh funding, oh luncurin produk. Terus jangan langsung elaborasi lagi, fokus on the problem. Jadi kalau misalnya launching produk, jadi problem yang ingin di-solve itu apa? Baru di bawah itu ada solusinya dan cara nge-solve-nya. Jadi for example kayak let's say you work in agri-tech, kemudian you want to solve kayak underserved um, great farmers in Kalimantan, contohnya begitu. I'm just spouting nonsense here ya. Tapi you want to apa ya kayak build a fund or a product where they can like purchase their apa ya agriculture supplies lah, misalnya kayak gitu ya. So you talk about their companies first, kemudian you just research the funding to do so, and then you're developing this feature or product, and then you explain why. You talk about the farmer's life, you talk about their struggles, you talk about kayak how your founders itu udah sampai ngomong sama setiap audience yang setiap farmersnya itu dan identify problemsnya itu A B C D E. That's why kamu terdorong atau timnya terdorong buat build this product. And kedepannya, what are you going to do with this product? Jadi ada background, ada presence, ada problem, ada solutions, terus ada ini future-nya itu mau gimana. Jadi itu yang paling esensial sih kalau menurut aku ya. Of course di dalamnya itu bakal lebih elaborated lagi, tapi itu kira-kira pokok pembahasan. I hope that answers your questions.
Yes, ada pertanyaan nih. Mungkin last question juga ya, karena udah
Oke. Oh,
agak
oke.
sepi nih. Tapi jangan khawatir teman-teman, kalau misalnya di sini ada pertanyaan yang sebenarnya teman-teman mau nanya, cuma nggak sempat. Aku tadi share link aku bisa share lagi di
Hmm.
feedback sini. Jadi nanti kalau misalnya ada pertanyaan, teman-teman bisa taruh pertanyaan di situ. Nanti kalau ada pertanyaan buat Kak Tommy, aku akan forward. Jadi nanti Kak Tommy yang akan langsung jawab. Oke?
Oke, sure, no problem.
Yes,
Ini
pertanyaan
dari
terakhir dari Kak Fauzia.
Wah, kayaknya agak berat nih pertanyaannya. Kak Fauzi bilang, sebagai staff PR baru, bagaimana caranya to get potential client ya, and their contacts, serta bikin winning pitch kepada mereka. Ini agak susah dijawab karena kalau misalnya job desk-nya itu kayaknya kan PR ya, maybe performance marketing, maybe sales, tapi itu bukan tugas apa ya sebagai staff PR sih. Namanya PR kan, public relation, humas, hubungan masyarakat. Our job is to get the message out there, build a relationship with media, and build a relationship with the potential audience. Jadi itu menyuarakan. Jadi sebagai advokatnya sebuah perusahaan gitu ya. Jadi it's very hard to track um, conversion, bisa dibilang begitu. Cuman tapi ada tapinya nih ya. Memang agak jauh kelihatannya, tapi ada hubungannya PR yang bagus ya, effort PR yang bagus itu dengan kayak conversion mencari potensial klien. Karena sebagaimana yang aku bilang tadi, channels itu nggak bisa berdiri sendiri, the media engagement. there's always something else you need to do after you have done your PR. Ya, if you have a good PR story, kayak udah naikin nih setiap bulan tuh ada naikin ada aja berita bagus, produk baru, funding, people are happy with your stuff gitu ya. It's good to synchronize that in with your social media and the sales team. Jadi itulah yang jadi bahan jualan, itulah yang ditaruh di website, publication itu. Itulah yang diiklankan di Facebook, Instagram. So when you talk to potential client, you can show them this gitu loh. Saya udah pernah di cover sama Bloomberg, TechCrunch, Kompas, and here's what they say. Jadi jangan jadikan itu sebagai kunci utama untuk mendapatkan potensi klien, tapi jadikan itu sebagai support yang kuat when you actually and talk to them and want to pitch them. Jadi menurut aku sequence-nya kayak gitu ya. Karena kalau dari kalau dari PR kita mau lompat ke conversion dan winning the page itu agak jauh. Banyak lagi proses di tengah yang harus kita lakukan. Menurutku kayak gitu. And PR can help with that, but not the main weapon lah, bisa dibilang gitu. Hope that answer your question, Kak Fauzia.
Menarik banget ya. Sebenarnya pengen banyak nanya mumpung ada Kak Tommy di sini.
Anytime.
Aku bahkan kayak pengen banyak pertanyaan, tapi bolehlah nanti kita ini ya. Tadi kan
Iya,
udah ada kontaknya Kak Tommy ya. Nanti aku akan share juga nih materinya ke teman-teman. Izin share ya Kak Tommy.
iya silakan.
Di situ ada kontaknya Kak Tommy. Jadi kalau misalnya ada yang mau ditanya-tanya Kak Tommy langsung, boleh banget di situ nanti dihubungin aja ya. Iya kan
Okay,
Kak Tommy?
no problem.
Oke, mungkin sebelum menutup dari Kak Tommy ada closing statement nggak nih dari webinar kita hari ini?
Ada sih. Jadi closing statement aku sebenarnya adalah PR is a very wonderful things and a good activity to do, a good initiative to do ya for any early stage startups ya. Just don't be afraid to do it sih. Even if you have to do it on your own. Yeah, getting your message out there, your story out there as early as possible is very essential in the long run. Jadi nanti mau itu fundraising, mau itu partnership, mau itu cari klien, selama kita punya story udah ada di media gitu ya, udah di cover sama yang terkenal-terkenal, even if we have to do it on our own ya tanpa bantuan siapapun, itu akan lebih baik dilakukan sesegera mungkin. Jadi jangan tunggu terlalu lama lah, tunggu ada budget dulu, tunggu series A dulu, tunggu udah ini dulu, itu dulu gitu. Jadi semakin awal kita lay the foundation, semakin bagus. Sama kayak menabung lah. Jadi menabung semakin awal semakin bagus. Invest is also the same. This is investing in your own company, story wise. Think about it like that. Ya,
Well,
itu sih. Ya,
cool. Keren banget hari ini. Nanti next time kita mungkin ada webinar part 2 ya sama Kak
oh,
Tommy.
boleh.
Kayaknya
Anytime.
satu cukup nih.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Tapi sebelum berakhir, sebelum pada keluar, kalau ada yang bisa on cam, kita foto dulu yuk buat dokumentasi. Kak Audrey boleh minta tolong di screenshot, Kak? Amankah? Nah,
Oke,
semua nih. Muncul balon nggak? Kalau kayak gini, biasanya waktu itu muncul balon. Oh, udah nggak ada sekarang. 1, 2. Muncul.
muncul. Oke, 1, aku pandu ya semuanya. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Oke, lagi. Gaya yang berbeda. Mau gaya apa nih?
Gaya bapak. Oh, beda lagi kalau jempol begini.
Oke, 1,
Udah.
2, 3. Oke, sudah.
Thank you everyone semuanya. Makasih udah
Thank
join
you,
di
terima kasih
webinar hari
Thank
Tommy
ini.
you.
atas waktunya. Thank
Tim
you
Free Time.
everyone
Thank you,
for
everyone.
joining. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very
Sampai
much.
Sampai
ketemu
jumpa
di
ya.
webinar
Thank
selanjutnya. Thank you,
you.
Kak Tommy.
Iya.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.